Hi guys, so today I'm going to be talking through a quick 5-minute edit of how I would normally edit my images. So I'm going to start off by making a new action, which is what I always like to do at the beginning, and this is just so that whatever color filters I use I can then apply on the rest of the images from that specific shot or photo shoot. I'm going to go, first of all, my favorite to start off with, which is levels. And I normally just play around with all of these things. And then my next go-to is curves. And curves, I think, is really where you get the image to pop. I generally end up doing a curve similar to this, so it kind of goes a bit lower than the line at the bottom and then higher at the top, and then you can kind of play around in the midtones, but normally I like it just a tiny bit higher in the midtones. Make sure you're on custom RGB when you're doing this. I'm going to finish it around there. And then next, I'm going to go for the hue and saturation. I always like to put the lightness a tiny bit down, and I like to bring the saturation a tiny bit down as well, just so that it isn't too saturated, and I feel like it can start looking a bit cheap once it's a bit too saturated. And then I'm going to go ahead and adjust the curves again. I think my style of editing is all about small, subtle changes. I don't want the edited image to look too far away from where we started out. I just want it to pop a bit more and have a bit more of a punch to it in terms of vibrance and color and that kind of thing. Now I'm going to go into selected color, and reds is really important to play around with, especially with skin, because everyone's skin has a bit of red in it, and how much red you play around with really does affect the finished look of the image. Especially with certain lights, it can reflect off the skin better or worse, so your skin can look more red or less red depending on the light that you're in. I really love playing with neutrals because this is really where you can see the coolness or the warmth of the image. For this one, I think I'm going to do -2 on cyan. I normally like to keep the blacks on the black kind of a bit lighter or a bit darker. As you can see, that bottom bar, the black in the black section. And with cyan, I normally like to do somewhere between a +3 and a +17, really depending on the image, but because we've got in the shadows water here, I like that it's kind of making the water look a bit more green and murky. Magentas, obviously we've got that beautiful strong blush, so I just want to enhance that. And then I'm going to finish the action there by pressing the stop button. And as you can see, before and after, then you play it again. And that's what it's going to do to the rest of your images as well. So I think we've got a really beautiful color edit there. So I'm going to go in and start playing with the skin and just general touch-ups on the image. I really like to keep skin as natural as possible. I only really like to edit out For example, here's a watermark where there's a drop of water on the finger and it's just shining a bit too much in the light. Again here. It's looking a bit laggy just because my computer doesn't like this screen record program, but when you do it at home, it should not lag like this. Should be pretty speedy to do. I'm being a bit OCD here, but I think it is just about having the right amount of shine on the fingers there. Now you can see that some of the makeup is wiped off a bit with the water. So I'm just trying to even it out here. By the edge of the lip, the lipstick and the lip gloss are bleeding. So just trying to soften that. I never normally like to correct skin, but I do sometimes correct the shadows. Sometimes when there's a lot of shadow or it's too extreme or there's a makeup smudge, I think retouching is really useful for that. Here, for example, the water has gone onto the face, and I just would rather keep the line that we have. So right now I'm just using the clone tool to try and copy in some of the skin from the rest of the forehead. Try and keep it natural. There you can see again some light inconsistencies. And now I'm going in with the patch tool because being very OCD about this, but I can see some watermarks on the blueberry, or the blackberry, sorry. And just retouching those off. This tool is great. You can do things no matter how big or small. You've just got to make sure that you're cloning from a good area. I like to use it where the patch is on source. Some people prefer to use a destination. I prefer to use source. There's another patch of water here. And I'm just editing out some of the splashes on the hand because I feel like it just looks a little bit messy and it's so easy to clear up. I may as well just get rid of it. As you can see, my laptop is very laggy, so it's not doing it, but I'm sure on yours it will be fine. Just going over now to see if there's anything else that needs doing. The water bubble. It's a fairly big one. Again, it shouldn't take this long on yours to do. Yeah, so there we have it. That's my quick tutorial of how I like to edit an image. I know I said this would take 5 minutes and it's taken 8. And yeah, just save that and you're good to go. Please share and subscribe and like if you like this video. Thank you so much for watching and I'll catch you on the next one.